Hey guys, what's up? Roman here from Tech Guides, and in today's video I'm gonna show you how to set up your own e-commerce online store in under an hour. So for this project I've teamed up with my friends over at Zyro to show you guys how easy it is to use their website builder to set up a super professional looking website in very little time and without requiring any skills whatsoever in CSS, HTML or web design. So in this video, I'll walk you through each step required to launch your own e-commerce website using Zyro. So we'll start off with building the initial website, registering a domain name for your store, setting up different products and different variations thereof in the online store, how to set up payment options, and finally how to set up different shipping options depending on price or weight of the items that are being ordered. Now, for those of you who don't know Zyro, they're basically a relatively new website hosting company that offer free website hosting to anybody using their website builder. Currently, about 800 websites are published daily using the Zyro website builder. Now, Zyro is a subsidiary of the rather big hosting company Hostinger, which is based in Lithuania, and their primary goal is to provide people with very easy and intuitive tools to get professional looking websites up and running in a matter of minutes. And with that, let's start out with the first step of today's tutorial, which is setting up your first website using the Zyro website builder. Once you're logged in on Zyro, click on Create New Website in the top right hand corner and select Online Store. To preview one of the many awesome templates, hover over the template and click on Preview. And if you like the template, click on Start Building. This will then open the Zyro website builder, which allows you to basically modify any aspect of your website. To do this, simply double-click on one of the elements, change the text or one of the options. You can add additional elements by going to Add Elements and simply drag and dropping the new elements on your website. Of course, you can resize or reposition any element to your liking. Background images can be changed by hovering over them and clicking on Change Background. Click on Replace Image, and here you can either choose between uploading your own images or directly incorporating one of the many free images from Unsplash. Now at this stage, I won't be going into any further details on how to customize your website using the Zyro website builder, as really it's super straightforward. You simply click on one of the elements and change their appearance to your liking. Once you're happy with the desktop version of your website, click on the phone icon in the menu bar and fix any design issues on the mobile page. Next, go back to the Zyro website overview and click on Settings. Here you can specify a website title and a website description. In order to also have a custom favicon, click on Save Changes and connect Premium to the website that you have just created. At this stage, you can also get a really cheap domain name from Zyro to give your store a professional appearance. Since we have now connected our premium account to this website, we can also specify a custom favicon under the general settings. Finally, go back to the Zyro website builder by clicking on Edit Website and publish your website. If you didn't buy a domain name, you can also get a free subdomain from Zyro. And that's it, your website should now be live and accessible over the internet. And with the base design finished for our website, it is about time to dig deep into the e-commerce functionality that Zyro provides. To set up an online shop on the page you just created, go to General Settings, click on Online Store, and click on Manage Store. Here you can see an overview over your store setup process. So the first thing you want to do is to click on Add Products and start building your product catalog. In this simple mode, you can add product images, product titles, and product prices. To get an overview over all of your products, click on More Powerful Options. If you click on Edit Products, you can basically change any aspect of the product that you want to sell. So specify your product name, upload additional images, give it a unique product identifier, specify a weight if you intend to ship the item, and update the description. On the right hand side, you can specify the stock that you have of this item and indicate whether you want to get warned if stock reaches a certain quantity. Additional options regarding the price can be specified when clicking on the little drop-down icon next to the price, where you can select if you want to show a compare price to label or give bulk price discounts. Next, let's go to options and set up different options for the product we are trying to sell. In my case, I'm trying to sell a t-shirt, so a size option would make a lot of sense. Specify your option name and select one of the input types. You can then add new options using the Add New Value button. Next, click on Variations and click on Add New Variation. Here you can now select a different size you can manage the stock for that specific size and provide a unique item number. And with having set up variations for each item size, we can now see that the amount of stock changes depending on the size selected. Also, if you select input type size instead of drop-down menu, you can see that we now get a very nice size selector for our item. Furthermore, if you want to, you can add other option types, such as for example your item's color, add new option values. In my case, I'm gonna add blue on blue, yellow on blue, and yellow on gray. Again, go to variation and update the colors for all of the products that you already have in the variation tab. To duplicate items, you can click on the little plus icon and set up your different product variations. And with that, we now have a fully working product page for a t-shirt, which is available in different colors and sizes, and the stock dynamically changes depending on the option that the user selects. If you're selling non-physical items, you can upload files under the Files tab. Under the Tags and Shipping tab, you can specify whether this is a physical product which requires shipping. If so, this is also where you can specify the physical dimensions and weight of the product that you're selling. Indicating this information will be very important when we go to shipping. Add a descriptive title and meta description under the SEO tab in order for people to easily find your product using a search engine. If you have other products that are similar to the one that you're currently setting up, you can assign them by going to Related Products and clicking on Assign Products. And if you click on Preview Product, you can see that we now get a Related Products section. Finally, the Zyro shop allows you to incorporate a Buy Now button anywhere on your website. You can customize this according to your liking. Now let's assume that you have successfully set up all the products that you want to sell on your website. Now, in order to make it a little bit easier for your visitors to find your products, you should definitely set up categories next. To do this, click on Menu, click on Catalog, and click on Categories. Click on Add Root Category for some of your root categories, for example, physical products or downloadable content. Each category can have its own image as well as description. In my case, I'm gonna add an After Effects templates category as well as a merchandise category. Under the merchandise category, I'm gonna add a subcategory called t-shirts as well as hoodies. Now, as you can see, I mistakenly added the hoodies category underneath the t-shirts category. However, that's no problem, as you can simply drag and drop different categories to a different location. Finally, in order to actually add products to the different categories, you need to click on Category Products and assign products to this category. And there you go. When you now browse to your online store, you can see that the different categories show up at the top of your store. The Zyro online store also comes with the option to provide gift cards to your visitors. You can customize gift cards by clicking on Menu, Catalog, and on the gift card entry. Here you can specify the gift card amounts that are available, as well as completely customize the gift card design. Next, go back to the online store overview and click on Verify Geo Settings. Here you can specify where you're from and what kind of currency and units you'd like to use. Click on Save and enter your company's address. And that's it, step 3 is already done. Next, let's briefly talk about the many different shipping options that Zyro provides. The first option is to simply set up flat rates depending on the customer's location. So regardless how large of a product or how much somebody is ordering, they will always pay the same. To gain access to more finer control, click on Advanced Shipping Options and click on Add Shipping Option. Depending on where you're from, you'll now get the option to select different postal delivery services. In my case, I'm based in Switzerland, so I can set up Swiss Post. However, note, it doesn't really matter too much what stands here. This is only what the customers will see when they buy a product on your shop. The first option allows you to set up free shipping, so customers won't need to pay a dime. If you want to, you can add a description for users, as well as restrict the free shipping region. The next option allows you to set up conditional free shipping. So say a customer is ordering above a certain price, you can set up that above, for example, $50, everything is free to ship. You could also set this up for high weight, but in my opinion that doesn't make a lot of sense. Additionally, you can give it even more fine granularity by selecting rate based on range, subtotal, or weight. Make sure to set up a proper shipping name, add a description for customers, and set up the shipping region. You can also set up a fixed amount of shipping price, regardless of the amount that a customer orders. This is basically identical to the simple shipping options. Finally, to get more control over how much shipping costs, you can set up custom rates where you can exactly specify how much a shipping will cost depending, for example, on the weight of the items being ordered. If you do local delivery, you can set this up on the previous screen, where you can also set up how much each of the local deliveries will cost, which is pretty much identical to any other carrier method. Finally, Zyro also allows you to add a pickup option, which basically allows you to set up everything from custom pickup charges to opening hours and how long it takes you to fulfill a customer's order. Finally, if you want to, you can also set up a handling fee, which is charged on each order. Another important feature is the ability to set up different shipping options depending on the customer's location, so you can set up different zones where shipping costs a different amount. Now make sure that you don't accidentally include the same country in different shipping options, as otherwise the customer can choose between differently priced shipping options. Finally, I'll just briefly go over the Get Paid option, as usually you probably simply want to link your PayPal account. Note however that many other payment options also exist, such as pay by cash, credit card, bank transfer, or invoice. If you want to customize your online store, then you have a plethora of different options by clicking on Menu and clicking on Design. At this point, I will not go through all of these options as they're pretty much self-explanatory. Note that you can also completely change the appearance of your store by creating your own custom CSS themes. This is a really cool feature of the Zyro online store, and I would really also like to see this implemented in the regular Zyro website builder. Some other things you probably want to set up is when you go to Settings and General, you want to make sure that you have the correct company email address. Here you can also once again specify your company's address and set up social media accounts. Also make sure to actually proper set up the store location under the store location setting. Also, it's probably a good idea to set up legal pages for your online shop. So enable all of the legal pages, click on Edit and enter the information needed. Now, other than that, there are many other options and features that the Zyro store provides, but one thing that I wanted to mention here is that you can also customize your own custom invoice. To do so, click on Menu and click on Invoice. Next, click on Upload Invoice Logo and upload your company's logo. If you have one, here is also where you can specify your taxpayer identification number. Finally, if you don't like the invoice template, you can also go to Edit Invoice Template and completely customize the invoice template to your liking. Next, let's also talk about the pricing structure when it comes to the e-commerce plans that Zyro provides. Basically, there are two plans that allow you to incorporate an e-commerce store in your Zyro website. The first being the simple e-commerce plan, which sells for $15 per month. Now, this allows you to have pretty much all of the functionality of the bigger brother, the Ecommerce Plus plan. However, you can only sell up to 100 products. Now, the slightly more expensive Ecommerce Plus plan, which sells for $22 per month, allows you to also sell your products on Amazon, Facebook, and Instagram. Additionally, it also allows your users to be reminded that they abandoned a cart if they did register with an email. Finally, the only other difference between the e-commerce and the Ecommerce Plus plan is that you can have your store in multiple languages using the Ecommerce Plus plan. Now, before you go for that Ecommerce Plus, you should definitely test if you can actually sell your products on Amazon. And finally, using the coupon code TechGuides, you can get 30% off all website builder plans. Now, in this last part of today's video, I'd also like to talk about the pros and cons of using Zyro to publish your own website. So let's start off with the pros. Now, each website gets a free SSL certificate, regardless of the plan that you choose. Then you can also get a free subdomain if you don't want to buy your own domain name. The Zyro website builder is extremely intuitive and easy to use and allows basically anybody to build their own website. It also comes with a huge amount of customizations and different things that you can actually drag onto your website, making this basically the best website builder in my opinion. Also, you can specify different designs depending on whether you're in the desktop or mobile view, and Zyro websites generally load extremely fast. Now, the e-commerce functionality of Zyro is extremely vast and you can basically customize any aspect that you like. For e-commerce stores, it also provides all of the functionality that you might want to have. It has inventory management, it has a super fine granularity in kind of defining the shipping costs for different weights and different regions, and you can also manage all of your different payment options, and all of that you get on one platform and you don't need to kind of log in and out on different tools. On top of that, you get a really cool free logo generator, as well as AI heat map analyzer tools that allow you to figure out which part of your website are probably most regarded by human traffic. And with that, I think it's time to talk about a few cons when it comes to the Zyro website builder and the e-commerce functionality. Now, the first slight negative that I have regarding the website builder is that there is no way to actually inject custom CSS into your Zyro website. Now, you do get custom CSS for the Zyro store, so I think it's rather odd that you're not able to also inject custom CSS into the regular website builder, which just comes with a couple of templates and then only allows you to change the design so much, but not really anything that a professional programmer might want to do. On the other hand, Zyro is obviously pointed to people that don't necessarily want or can code, so therefore this negative is more of a negative for people that actually know how to do this stuff and that might in the end actually use a different solution for both their website and their e-commerce store. Something else that I also like to see is the ability to change the color of the menu and also the size of your font in the menu. Now, other than that, I think the e-commerce store should get a little bit more love in terms of the UI. I think we could have a little bit more space in the horizontal to allow for the menu to be always visible. And then I would also like to have the interface to be a little bit cleaner and a little bit more organized. However, you should note that the Zyro store is only around for about a month, so I definitely think that they're going to improve upon this aspect moving forward. Now, whilst having said that, I think it's important to mention that the e-commerce functionality is so vast and so detailed that obviously some complication is required. So with that, let's move on to my conclusions. Now, I think Zyro is an absolutely fantastic website builder for people that don't want to learn how to code and that want to get a website for their business up and running in very little time. So for rather small businesses or people that simply want to sell goods or services online as their hobby, Zyro provides an absolutely fantastic all-in-one package at a super affordable price. And that about wraps up today's video. Now, I hope this video was helpful for those of you guys who want to sell their own products using an e-commerce store. If you still have any questions, then definitely don't hesitate to leave them down in the comments. Hit that like button if you liked this video, hit dislike if you didn't, subscribe for more content like this. Thank you so much for watching, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.